Hey everyone, I'm back at it again with another review of Ishuzoku Reviewers. This time we're going to be reviewing episode 3. Let's get right into it. Also, quick note, I can't exactly show any of the images from this episode due to the nature of what was there, so sorry about that. I'm going to try to replace it with either the same image I used the last two reviews or something new. I don't know. But also, if my mic sounds a bit different, sorry about that. I'm trying to test this new mic out, but it might not be the best, so sorry on that front. But let's get right into it. This episode, I think, personally, this episode was legit hentai, but without the penetration being shown, like, straight up. Watch the episode. Watch the episode yourself. I watched it uncensored, as I always do, and will only continue to do so for the rest of the series, so I get the full package here. Like I said last review, you can find it uncensored on AnimeTube on Xbox or kickassanime.rs. But beware of the pop-up ads and the ads on the side on kickassanime.rs. Alright? Little side tangent over. But here's the basic gist of what happened. Krim, Zell, and Stunk went to a gender swap store. Not a bad idea, you know? Because they get to experience the woman side of things. They got the idea to go to the gender swap store after hearing some conversation between the blue lizard guy from before and his friends. They don't really have names, so that's why I'm just calling him the blue lizard guy. But I digress. But they went to the gender swap store, swapped genders. With the exception of Krim, all he did was lose his dick. That's about it. Because, he's both. But after that, Stunk decided to get an elf. Because, he likes them elves. Humans like them elves. Even though he was being questioned by his friends because rotten mana and she's like 600 years old. But, yeah, that's what he went through. The halfling got another halfling. Mostly because the halfling thought they would know the ropes because it's the same species. Also, she was a dom, or a dominatrix in the longer sense. Zell went with, pretty sure Zell, he went with the slime girl. And, I'll get to that later. But he went with the slime girl. Krim went with a hyena lady. This time with more potential furry bait. Because she was more hyena than person. More hyena than person in the way that, like, a Neko is more human than cat, if you know what I mean. Alright? Sorry for the shitty explanation, but that's the best I can give that description. But those are really the main events, was them sleeping with those different girls, I guess. All I have to say, this episode was pretty great. Like I said earlier, basically hentai, the only thing missing was penetration being shown. I heard the censored version was just like black screens, but I'm not sure about that. I would have to check that out. But, yeah, so that's really all I've got to say. Yeah, that's really all I've got to say about this episode. Pretty good. Pretty, hentai-ish. And, overall, episode rating, better than last episode, even though last episode is still pretty good. And I give it a 9 out of 10. Alright, that concludes the actual review of the episode itself. Now let's move on to my personal review of the monster girls that were shown. Alright, let's start with the elf. 6 or a 7. I would give her a 6 or a 7 out of 10, where the 10 is the highest and 1 is the lowest. I forgot to say that earlier. But I give her a 6 or 7. Here's my reasoning for this one. She was a normal elf with nothing that was too special in terms of features and looks. So that may have degraded the score a little bit down. So I wasn't really impressed with that. But what she did have, though, was 300 years of experience. So that could go a long way in that type of establishment. Or just in general, even if you didn't do the gender swap thing. Yeah. But, yeah, that's really all I have to say about the elf. So next on to the halfling. 5 out of 4. No, not 5 out of 4. That's stupid. What am I saying? 5 or 4 out of 10. I say this now because she looks like a kid, even though she's probably way fucking older than me. So in short, a lolly, which is not 100% my forte, as they say, bars. But she's also a dom or dominatrix, which is personally not my type of thing, because I don't feel like getting dominated. I ain't that type of dude. So that degrades the points down even further. But, oh, not to mention, she's a newbie, that type of thing, so that could kind of lower the experience down, thus lowering the score, which then brings her down to a 5 or 4 out of 10, like I said earlier, in my personal opinion. But now, let's move on to the hyena girl. I'm going to have to say a solid 3. Alright. Ow, fuck. Let me explain for this one. I'm not into the type of monster girl that she is, as in more furry than person. Like I said earlier, more like how a cat girl is more person than cat, since they only have ears and the tail. She seems to have the fur still, along with the snout, nose. You know what I mean? Like a normal fucking animal. She does stand on 2 legs because furry bait, but that's my first main gripe with that. She also has a pseudo, I can never say that right. Pretty sure I said it fine. Pseudo penis. That's all as female hyenas do, which is not for me personally, because I like girls without dicks. Reasonable enough to say. Alright. That definitely lowered the score there in that aspect, because it's not personally my type of thing. Now, last but not least, the slime girl here. I'm going to have to give this one, based off what I've seen in this episode, and maybe some of you can vouch for me, I don't know, an 8, 9, either an 8, 9, or 10. Now, here's my reasoning for this one. And this is, remember, these are me looking through the eyes of what I've just seen in the episode. And possibly mixed in the opinion is, what if I were to say drink the potion for the gender swap? Alright? So, don't judge me 100% here. You know what? I don't give a fuck. Judge me. I don't know. Who gives a shit? Just a nameless dude. But back to the actual review of the slime girl. Here's my reason. With the slime, there's like around 3 major points that bring up the score. Point number 1. You can be held in different positions with slime that can't be done with a normal person or a humanoid girl, such as the elf, because they're more humanoid looking than a human, but not quite human. Example, in Zell's case, suspended in the air or held upside down. That may not be your type of thing, because, you may get dizzy from blood rushing your head. But honestly, for me, I don't think that would really matter too much, because I wouldn't even be thinking about it. Point number 2, the slime doesn't hurt and is completely painless, even if it decides to go deep, which is pretty good thing, because you don't want it being painful now, do you? It would make the whole experience down the shitter. Third point. Ah, shit. I forgot to write down a third point in the script, but whatever. I guess the third point would be, Zell didn't really give a description of the temperature of the slime girl, but if it's warm, like a normal human body temperature, that'll be a third point, because that'll be perfect. The slime also doesn't hurt when going into your mouth. And you're still able to breathe. She said that. Like, you know how in hentai when shit goes in their mouth? you are still able to breathe. Therefore, you won't die in the process, which is a pretty good thing to have. Those are really major points to why the Slime Girl gets the highest rating out of all of them, a 9, 8, or no, an 8, 9, or 10. I'm pretty sure I talked about all of them. The elf, the hyena, the slime one, the halfling. Yeah, it's all 4. So, this concludes my review of the different Monster Girls. Also, one last thing. Sorry this isn't so long of a review, because I'm so sorry this isn't such a long review. Sorry for my repeated use of the same sentence in words and stuttering. It's because I normally don't like recording this type of thing. Because I normally don't like recording my voice due to me not liking the sound of my voice. So, sorry about that. That's all I've got. I hope you have a fantastic future and wish you the best. Anyone watching, I wish you the best and fantastic future is what I'm saying. This is Jerry the Meat Mouse going into a gender swap store to have sex and sleep with various monster girls of different shapes and sizes, possibly slime ones, signing out.